So for those reasons and the economic impact that I think that this has on the city, making us the hole in the donut, it is not appropriate at this time that I would sign this bill.
Mayor Catherine Pugh has just vetoed the $15 minimum wage measure in Baltimore. On Monday, it passed by 11-3.
11 yes, 3 no's, 1 absent.
It's been strongly opposed by the business lobby in places like Baltimore, across Maryland, and across the United States. It would have lifted the wages of about 80,000 people in Baltimore City alone. And we're here with a new councilperson,
Yes,
Ryan Dorsey, who just got elected, member of the new unofficial progressive caucus in Baltimore. So Ryan, start off by giving us your reaction to Mayor Catherine Pugh. Now, she's a Democrat that promised to sign a $15 minimum wage measure if it got to her desk. What is your response to her veto?
Promises matter. Promises actually matter. If you want to reasonably and honestly be able to say we need to increase voter engagement, we need to expand our efforts at democracy, you have to retain the trust of the people who do actually participate in that system. For me, that's about saying, here's what I'm going to do, and then when you're elected, do it.
Now, so I questioned Mayor Pugh about her reasoning behind this, because she said, she consulted with a lot of experts and leaders. She examined the impacts around the country, and I asked her, it's never been, this raising the minimum wage has never been shown to drive away jobs or hurt the economy, and she didn't really have a good answer for that. She said there was a study done locally by the Baltimore Development Council, which is the business lobby here.
I'm not sure what studies you're looking at. I'm looking at Baltimore City, okay, and the fact that we are raising the minimum wage. It takes place July 1, and it'll take place again on July of 2018. So we are raising the minimum wage.
So essentially, she relied on the business lobby to come to her conclusion. How do you respond to that?
I rely on the majority of citizens across this country and the majority of the people in Baltimore City that say, no, we don't trust the business lobby. We believe that this can work for us. We don't believe that we need to be kind of an underclass city where good things that work elsewhere just can't possibly work in Baltimore City.
And so I also asked her the issue that you raised in the press conference here, that by allowing such low wages, taxpayers are subsidizing corporate profits, because ultimately, when it comes to health care, food stamps, taxpayers are paying to make up that money that these employers aren't paying.
I'll repeat again, July 1, 2017, we will increase the minimum wage to $9.25. July 1, 2018, we will again increase the minimum wage to $10.10. And the state legislators have a bill before them, and we'll see how long it takes to get it passed. But we're more concerned that we're not the hole in the donut, that we work with our surrounding jurisdictions, and that we make sure that the citizens of Baltimore have an opportunity to continue to look for jobs, and that we continue to train people, and that we're not looking for them to maintain wages at $10 or $15 an hour. We want to train folks so that they can have better styles of living.
Can you address that in the press conference a bit? Can you expand on that?
Yeah, so the finance department gave a report that when we compare this also to the business lobby put so much kind of specious reasoning forth in their opposition to this bill that when it came down to the final hearing, they were abandoning all of this stuff that they couldn't really defend, and the only thing that they were holding up at the end was this report from the finance department saying, hey, look what your own city said that you... The truth is that report is based on a very, very narrow focus of how much the wages of people who work for the city will have to be increased over time, and took into account in no way the other benefits, the reduction of costs associated with health care, that would result from people having more money to be able to buy groceries, by people engaging in a more active mode of transportation when the grocery store comes to their neighborhood because they have money there, and can walk across the street or down the block to a grocery store like that. The myriad benefits that would come just from people not having money sucked out of their pockets.
And so finally, some people say that Baltimore has pursued the same policies of subsidizing corporations, subsidizing the wealthy for decades now, and it's gotten us to this point. It's always been a promise of uplifting Baltimore, creating jobs, addressing inequality, but it's never happened. Can you talk a little bit about that? Do you think Baltimore needs a new approach to address, it's a city of opportunity?
Yeah, look, this mayor campaigned on like me, a promise to foster and usher investment in places outside of the downtown area, and that's because we've seen it not benefit our city to engage in that kind of investing, to just continue to subsidize big business interests. Yet when it comes to bills like this, we go right back and listen to those people as our guiding voice, and it doesn't make any sense. At the same time that we've been ceding our reasoning to deeply pocketed interests, we've also, like on a parallel track, been putting more and more and more money into policing. And look at what that's getting us. It's really time for us to turn the page into new ways of thinking in all areas of public policy, and the vetoing of this bill does not in any way do that.
And finally, we know the veto just happened an hour ago. Last time we checked, this bill does have veto-proof majority. Do you think the council will be able to override Mayor Pugh's veto?
If my colleagues hold fast for the interests of what the majority of Baltimore City, including all of my colleagues' constituents, have said. If we hold fast.
All right,
cool?
Thank you so much.
Yeah, man.
We appreciate it.
Thanks.
Okay, I'm Jess Lenore for the Real News Network. Go to therealnews.com for all of our coverage over the debate over a $15 minimum wage in Baltimore and across the country. Thanks so much for watching.